It's a sheep.
What the hell is that?
Look at that! I've had one of these before. It's a sheepskin. You've seen them all over Europe. Loads of people in Europe with them, ride with them.
Loads of real one.
It's a real sheepskin, yeah.
Oh.
Got it from a place called Lamland. Other animals are available. Special websites and all that. It came from Lamland, which is based, I think, in North Devon, might be near Ilfracombe. This cost me about 22 quid. And basically all it is, it's an offcut from a sheepskin.
Yeah. And
they cut it to basically fit the saddle of a thing. I've stitched on some, I've put my keys somewhere now. Don't go away.
Not going away.
All right, I'm still talking. Here I am. Here I am, talking still. Talking still. I'm going to take my seat off. Somewhere underneath here, there's a seat.
Yeah, he's covered it with his sheepskin.
I can't see it. And it's done. That way, isn't it? Right. Here we go.
I suppose it... Where's your heated seat?
I haven't got a heated seat. Who needs a heated seat?
People with cold bottoms.
Put an extra pair of pants on. Doesn't make any sense that the heat. Anyway, yeah. So it comes just as a piece of lambskin. This is dyed. You can get white ones, and all I did was just sewed a bit of elastic on the bottom. My wife helped me. I've got to say, Cornish Stig. She helped me. Bless her. But because I'm an ex-sailor and sailors make wonderful wives, I could stitch it myself. There we go, right. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about... There we go, I'll leave that like that because it needs a bit of fiddling. Why do you have one of these then?
Because you got a cold bum?
No, they're comfy.
Oh,
they're comfy. This is my second one. The first one I had to get rid of.
Okay.
Cornish Stig thought it was a bit weird that you had a sheepskin on your seat anyway, but my grandson started rubbing his face on it, which is even weirder. So I binned that. I actually gave it to Felix, the guy that runs the Magellan Tour Company.
I think you ought to say that your grandson was very young when he was doing that. He's not like a 20-year-old man.
He was about 2.
Yeah.
So he was about that height, you know?
Yeah.
But he's a petrol head anyway, so this was just something. Anyway, so I've got all these different types of seats. And one I forgot to bring. So I thought we'd do a quick video on the different types you've got available.
Okay.
Everybody swears, I've got an air hook, I've got this, I've got that, I've got a sheepskin, and it's the best thing you'll ever buy. Well, you know, we're all different, and that's why we're all different.
Yeah.
It's very nice, isn't it? So, I have an air hook. This is a few years old now. I bought this at the BMW show, Garmisch, Partenkirchen, on the understanding that I had to do 1,300 miles in just under 30 hours to get back. So I couldn't have done it on the BMW seat because it's a pretty hard seat I found. And this one is my new GSA 1250 thing.
1250 thing?
Whatever it is, I don't know.
It's an HP.
I don't understand what the HP stands for.
I don't know, is it? I don't know.
So anyway, put that on, awesome. Obviously, Cornish Stig comes on the back. A little petite one there that goes on the back of the bike.
And it's only petite because the seat is small.
She is petite, mind.
She's lovely.
Fair dues. And that's that. She swears by it. Couldn't ride without one. And I've also got the mesh. Now this one is off my 850 because the original one I had on this bike I got rid of. But this is a 3D mesh cool cover type seat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this the expensive one or is it the one that you found in China?
£4 off eBay. Other bidding sites are available. You can buy them from the UK. They are expensive. I think they're the same sort of thing. There's lots of different variations now on the theme. This always worked brilliantly on my 850. And I had a smaller one when I had a previous GSA. You can buy these things that look like rubber. They've got these big holes in them, like packing you get in a bag.
Yeah.
They work perfectly well. This keeps your bum dry.
Yeah.
You can feel in the winter, you can feel the cool air rushing through it. These Airhawk seats, for those that aren't sure, it comes with an internal bladder, which you just If you screw it up like that, you'll see it's starting to fill itself.
Yeah.
Okay, and you put minimal air in. It's like a hospital bed, you know, to stop you getting bed sores.
Yeah.
But once they're zipped up inside there, you can get a wet bum because water will obviously be trapped in there. You get some airflow, but water does get trapped in them.
Yeah.
The bigger version is the same. I found this a bit floppier on the seat this time when I put it on. It's quite a big.
Yeah, it's massive, but you can get different sizes, can't you?
This is the cruiser one, which is designed for the adventure bikes, and also cruiser type bikes.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the lamb's wool. I like the lamb's wool because you buy it. Oh, look at that, it's molten. Must be going into summer. Look at it, it's molten, bloody thing.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so basically what happens with a lamb's wool, it doesn't matter if it gets wet or anything because it's a lamb's wool. You don't see lambs complaining about the wet, although my son-in-law, who is a sheep farmer, will say they will do. If you come back, you leave your bike out in the rain, all you need to do is do that.
Get your hand wet.
Get your hand wet.
Then you
it's
can
right.
get gloves on.
Then you do that on your trousers and it's dry. Now these keep you warm in the winter, but also cool in the summer. Don't know how it does it, but that's what they do. And I've noticed on a couple of hot days I've been riding on it, it does actually feel quite comfortable. You don't get unbearably hot.
Okay.
Maybe
I just turn my heated seat off if I get unbearably
what,
hot.
in the summer?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Gore-Tex in my trousers working properly, you know, because that's what it does, it expands the heat. But there you go. Do I like it? I love it. Am I going to ride it? I'm going to keep it on and do a tour in it.
Thing is, it does look very odd. All these things that you put on the seat, the only thing that I think doesn't look odd and looks as though it fits with the bike is that 3D mesh, because you can tuck it in really nicely and it looks part of the seat. These things look, they're all add-ons, aren't they? They're all extra things that make the seat look just a little bit weird.
I agree with what you're saying, but it's comfy.
But it's whatever you like, isn't
Now,
it?
if you go to Europe, how many people do you see riding around Europe with these on?
Well,
There's
and
loads of
also,
them.
if you go to Europe and other places on tour, how many people get them nicked?
Yeah,
Because people like them.
yeah. Felix, you had yours nicked. There's a story in that. It didn't come from Mongolia. But Airhawks, you know, people say, "Oh, I take my Airhawk out at night." Well, I don't know. When I just left it on,
Yeah.
somebody wants to steal that, then they're welcome to it. But they work really, really well. I mean, I couldn't have done 1,300 miles in the time I did it in without that on.
And it's all about the little bit of air that you put in there.
I was about to say, I've seen people with them fully inflated. They look really uncomfortable.
That's just
and
as
they are
uncomfortable as a normal seat, isn't it?
Yeah. So this allows your body to move around. You will get wet, and they are, because it is plastic or it's neoprene, whatever it is. You will get a sort of sweaty underneath. So everything has a.
And I suppose the other bit about you having that that sheepskin on there, or lamb's wool, or whatever you call it, is that it hides the white bits on your seat that get dirty, so it keeps your seat clean.
Yeah, because you can see how clean the bike is anyway. Because I just washed it about a month ago.
Unbelievable.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This is my new bike. You know, how long have I had it?
You've spoken about your bike.
We have, yeah. When I got it, it had 1,300 miles on. That was in July, middle of July. We're now in the 3rd of November. It's got 8,500 miles.
I got my new bike 3.5 weeks ago, and it's got 2,500 miles on it now already.
So there you go. So lots of things to choose from. These are brilliant. I've had them on loads of bikes now. I just didn't buy one for this because I thought I'd get a sheepskin. Awesome, these for pillions. Definitely, you can't not give your pillion one of these. I would modify the size of the one I've got for my bike, possibly, but bomb-proof. But they are a little bit expensive. Although I have seen there's lots of other makes now, apart from Airhawk, that are doing them a little bit cheaper.
Well, and the Airhawk mechanism to get them onto your seat isn't the best, is it? Because it's those tiny hooks, and sometimes those hooks come apart.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just. I do find that a bit awkward.
Yeah, but sometimes it comes apart when you least expect it as well.
Yeah, yeah. But they're not elastic. Oh, they are elastic.
Yeah.
I had one that on one bike that wasn't elastic, and that was actually easier to tighten up because the elastic obviously gets a bit slack. And this one, the big one, I found did move around. because that's quite a baggy cover.
Yeah.
And the
Looks like a waterbed.
it felt like a waterbed actually. This is a replacement cover because I wore one out, but you can see the size of the bag actually
Feels the whole thing.
And it does
Yeah.
it does that. So
I just prefer a normal seat
you do.
because then it gives you the excuse to stop for a coffee or get off the bike.
You're right. You're right. Anyway, Lambswool.
Uh,
Place called Lamland. Got it within about 4 days. Amazing. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.